Ignite is an ongoing series of speedy presentations. They've ranged from building multi-person pogo sticks to hacking chocolate. Any topic the geeks hold dear. Each speaker gets only 5 minutes and 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds.
I believe, and I have seen it myself, that if your kids grow their own veggies, they will eat them and they will grow up to be healthy adults. The American Dietetic Association recommends 5 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies a day. How many are your kids eating? Huh? 13? Raise your hand. Further, St. Louis University found that children who grew up in rural areas were more likely to eat fruits and vegetables than those who grew up in city limits, not having access to fresh fruits and vegetables. In our world of fast food and instant gratification, it's a wonder that kids ever see a veggie grown and eat what we now call slow food, or food we prepare ourselves at home and share around the table. As a kid, I would often go to the veggie patch with my mom or my dad and pick tomatoes and cucumbers. Often I would eat it right there. Yeah, right there in the garden, not watching them or anything. Would you do that at the grocery store? Would you let your kid do that? Okay. So I personally am made from slow food. And yes, my son grew up growing and eating slow food too. Planters cluttered our apartment balcony with corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers. A St. Louis University study shows that when moms ate fresh produce, their kids would prefer it over other snacks. And yes, our neighbors thought we were a little off with our stuff growing on our balcony. They thought we were growing other stuff. Well, that is until we shared our bounty with them. Soon they had a tomato plant and some herbs growing too. So our community at our little apartment complex was sure growing their gardens. So out of sheer necessity, we grew food and we picked wild food to survive generations ago. So this is nothing new. I'm not a genius. It's a movement away from disease and toward longevity for being in control of what we want. Slow food is a renewed philosophy. Grow food with your kids. Grow fruits and veggies. Get your body healthy again. Prepare your food slowly, which will enhance the flavors and retain the vitamins and minerals. And get your kids back in the kitchen. Slow Food is a global grassroots organization with supporters in 150 countries around the world who are linking the pleasure of good food with a commitment to their community and their environment. Good, clean, and fair food for everyone. That was Carlo Petrini's dream. He's from Italy. He started Slow Food International, moving from a fast food nation to a slow food nation. What a concept. We need to get back to that. Around the world, celebrities and scientists are coming together to get nutrition back on track and to get families back around the table. Chez Panisse executive chef and owner Alice Waters is an advocate for healthy family meals and children growing their food. This guy is my superhero. I love Jamie Oliver. We're fighting against $4.6 billion of fast food advertising to America's kids. Founder of Food Revolution. And getting our kids healthy by getting healthy meals back in the schools. And the best thing I can do and we can do is to keep teaching folks to come together as a family and grow their own food, like I did with my family. This is a picture of my son. He can grow anything. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. When I shared my vision of a neighborhood garden, people were ridiculing me with, who has time for that? Why would you even bother? I just did it anyway to help out a neighbor whose husband had lost his job. And I found out that they didn't even have any heat through the entire winter. So don't let anybody get in the way of you fulfilling a passionate dream for yourself or for a neighbor. Because first they're going to ignore you, then they're going to laugh at you, then they're going to fight you, and then you're going to win. I asked my husband and my son to help me add more rows of veggies to the garden so that our neighbor could share them with her family. Soon others heard of our plan and joined us, including Gianna, the UC Davis agriculture intern. She interned at our garden for the entire summer, and our garden was born. We had children growing their first veggies ever. This is Lindsay. She's holding her zucchini that she just planted from a seed 2 months ago. She's ready to die. She's so excited that she grew this thing. So we picked crops and made them right in the garden, just like I did when I was a kid and my son did too. Children who grow their food and cook their food will eat their food. These lovely gardeners had just dug a huge heart-shaped plot for our children's garden on our property. And the kids were more excited than we were just to get the stuff in the ground. So grow veggies to grow kids. We owe it to the next generation to be healthier and happier and to thrive. They deserve it. I grew up eating good stuff. Why shouldn't everybody? So we're making this happen. And you guys can do it with your families too. So be the change that you wish to see in the world. I am but one person, Tari Final. But with my family and my friends and my neighbors and you guys, we're changing the way our neighborhood is eating, the way our community is eating.